Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Demaya. Here's my book review for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. The books are fairly old. I mean, these books been around for like years, but I think at the time that it was introduced to me, I really wasn't into it. I really just couldn't wrap my mind around it. And, the books became so popular. I was just like, everybody's reading it, and I'll just get to it when I get to it. And even when I got to it, at that time, I just wasn't in the space to really receive it and accept it. But now it's a little bit different. I'm a little bit more older, a little bit more wiser, so things are a little bit different, So I took a crack at at reading the book, both books actually, and I will say they were pretty impactful. So let's start with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think anytime when you hear poor dad, or just thinking of a poor dad, you're thinking that, lack of education. There's a couple of things that you associate with poor, with just the word poor. And it was quite the opposite. The poor dad was highly educated, accolades. I mean, pretty in esteemed, individual. More smarter than the rich dad even. However, in terms of financial education or financial literacy, the rich dad had a different perspective, a different mindset on that, and thus, became, rich. He has more money than the poor dad. I think a lot of us, we grow up with the mentality of the poor dad. Go to school, get good grades, get you a great job, work yourself up the corporate ladder, make some money, dump some money into your 401k, and hopefully, when you retire, you have enough money left over essentially to go ahead and end it, to end life, in that way. And honestly, I don't knock anybody who wants that, who desires that, what I would call a false sense of security with working a regular job or climbing the corporate ladder. I don't think it's anything wrong with that as long as you're very intentional about it, and that you have a plan in place to kind of secure your future, because things are so uncertain right now. So the book really, I think, spoke for me. It really spoke to the mindset of both of the dads. Really challenged me in a way that it really just brought light to things, bad habits, financial habits, and whatnot, and really just kind of challenged me on different fronts, just in terms of things that I've been, brought up to think or to know or to do. And I'm kind of like in a moment of my life for the past few years where, and a lot of us guys, we have to unlearn and relearn, a lot of things. And in my case, this is one of those things where you're kind of locked into this frame of thinking and having to reprogram your brain. And for me, this is a part of that. This book helps out with that process. The second book is called, it's like the brother or sister to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I would pair them. Was the reason why I'm pairing this review, but it's called Cashflow Quadrant. In short, Cashflow Quadrant makes up 4 quadrants. A left side and a right side, a top and a bottom to each. The first being on the left side being employees, those that have a job, you work for someone. Below that is self-employed, the S's. On the right side of the quadrant is the B's, which is those who invest in businesses or systems. And then below that, investors, those who invest in assets and different things like that. Pretty much, you can be in any part of the quadrant. You can be an E and an I. You can be an S and an I. You can be there's no one sits in one particular thing for all of their life. So you can be literally anywhere in the quadrant. But I think overall, the book really speaks to, again, just the mentality of each, and for me, it's like that false sense of security that we feel or that we have as employees, and so I think if you're looking to kind of shift that way of of thinking and just get a new perspective on financial freedom, and what that entails and what that can look like. I think this is the book for you. It really, to me, kind of keens in on the person that you want to become ultimately, and for me, I'd rather be on the right side of the quadrant, and so it's like, what kind of system can I create for myself to do that? What kind of investments can I make to become that? Now, baby steps, and so I think it's both books in pair are great reads. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Check it out if you haven't, and that will wrap it up. So I'll check y'all out on my next book review. All right, peace. No time for the hating, cause I'm feeling nice, ayy. 411, what you feel like, ayy. Just in time for the summertime, age in the city.